Yo, welcome to another Let's Talk About It / Taquito, whatever you want to call it at this point, covering Alien Earth Episode 5, In Space, No One, ... ellipses. I am once again joined by Michael and Zacharuni from the Neatcast. I was about to say another podcast.
What podcast were you about to scuttle their reputation?
I was about to say the wait for it.
No!
The real problem with podcasts is that all of them have an article at the beginning, and it's always really.
Well,
what is with that?
We could change to El Neatcast. El Neatcasto.
Yeah. Fun story.
Yeah?
Fun story. The Neatcast was not the original name for the podcast that Mike, Jer, and Mark created.
Oh my God, what was it?
It was That's Neat. But we found out that another podcast that's based around whiskey is called That's Neat. They probably don't even fucking exist anymore. We gave up our name for them.
I think when I was looking up, I was looking up something with y'all on Apple Podcasts. I think I found a podcast called Neatcast.
Yeah,
it's not the Neatcast. It's just Neatcast.
We months later saw that Neatcast was also taken. We're like, fuck it, we're just riding it out. We'll outlast them.
We put on the, so therefore it is different.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's totally different. Totally different.
But we are El Neatcast now. We made that change.
We made that change.
Zach is changing the website domain now.
So interested. Okay.
That.
Neatcast. The last episode was July. And they. Just neat. They started this year, May 22nd, June 8th, June 27th, July 16th.
They copied Mike. They copied you and Jer's original vision, and by original I mean second vision, because the original vision was already taken.
I have nothing against you guys. I know nothing about you, but I'm dancing on your grave.
I'm sure they really feel it.
In there about, I know this. What we're talking about right now is fucking exactly what everyone came here to listen to. This is extremely relevant.
This is, you know what? This is like a Neatcast episode.
It is.
It really
but
is.
In there about, the first two words are the Neatcast. The Neatcast is brought to you by Neat Labs and focuses on mental health advances applicable to our daily lives. Well, honestly, that's what y'all do. They're stealing your whole idea.
Technically, on today's episode, we are talking about repeating what's already been done.
Kind of.
So, a little foreshadowing.
Yes, but also I will say a fresh twist on it that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know I said last episode that I didn't want this to become either Alien or Aliens, but I don't mind for one episode. If you're going to do it, okay, one episode. Just get all that fan service. Just get all the fan service goos out.
The other thing was about this episode that we'll get into is it wasn't just about, oh no, things loose on the ship. It's about, one, who done it? Like it is a who is here compromising the mission, and also Murphy's Law in full effect from start to finish.
And it also retextualizes a lot of the previous 4 episodes.
Oh, it does, yeah. So, episode 5, starting off, this is the Morrow episode. This is also the prequel episode. I want to say it came up in the first episode we did, Zach. Where you mentioned, wanting a lot of people to mention wanting to know what happened prior to the events of the first episode, and I was very much like, I do not care, because I know that that's going to be the episode that ruins the show. It's like, we're going to give you information that, like, it's going to be fucking dumb, it's going to be stuff you already know, You know, I liked the mystery of not knowing what was, you know, what happened, what transpired. Because it's almost like, Event Horizon, where you get those flashes of what happened in the past. You don't know what happened. You weren't there, but it just adds to the mystery. Anyways, I'll just start this off by saying this is the best episode so far.
Yeah, there it is. How does it feel to eat crow, Corey?
Eat crow. Yeah, I loved this. And it does a great job of, I don't know, it does a great job of handling Morrow. And honestly, you get a solid look at 7 people on the ship,
a good
8
portion
people
of the characters that they expanded on, and that was really one of the things I wanted, you know, to see a little bit more of what happened on the Maginot, but also spend a bit more time with the characters, because we get fly to space on the Maginot.
It's sabotage.
Sabotage? We have a saboteur.
Saboteur, yeah, it's a bad Frenchman.
Also, I feel like I was gaslighting myself, because I could have sworn
I believe that
Morrow said that he sabotaged the ship earlier in the series. I was convinced he had said that, and I was like, wait, he didn't sabotage it?
I don't think he sabotaged it, but I think he was alluding to he was part of what went wrong. And that could have led to anything of just when he got to the end, he's like, well, I'm sticking to the mission. I'm doing what Yutani wanted. I'm getting the specimens there. I'm, you know, killing the chick behind the door. It's fine. Or because he didn't take over earlier, that he could have prevented a lot of the things that did go wrong from going wrong.
Also, maybe I'm reading into things too much. Did anyone else have the idea that when he sat down in the room at the end, at the mother terminal, and like the last thing you see him like search before the lady is pounding at the door, before sexy captain is trying to get in the door, is he types like crew status, and I'm like, did he see that the captain was talking to Mother, and the crew status was expendable, and he was like, well, fuck you.
That was Mother asking
about
crew status.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was did he not know up until that point that the captain was secretly like running a mission where the crew's lives didn't matter? Or was that him finding that out?
No, at that point, I mean, he kind of had already talked to Mother, because they alluded to it, that his responsibility is the cargo, that the ship is expendable, the crew is expendable, but they need to get the cargo back to Earth. That is the mission. So he kind of already knew that, and when he sat down with Mother,
because that's what he told the captain. The new captain is like, this is how this is going to go. He was
already aware of what it was going to be. He was just not pulling rank right then. But when he sat down at the end to talk to Mother, it was for final instructions. It's, you know, here we are. We're rocketing towards Earth. What would you like me to do?
It's just his reaction to the Captain Monty and kind of this episode kind of makes you empathize with Morrow, and by the end I was like, it seemed genuinely like he cared about these people until that. It seemed like a really sudden heel turn to me when he was like, fuck you.
Because I mean, for one, by the very end, he was probably pretty sure that if he let her in, that like the creature was also going to get in. 2, it seemed like there's only one mask. 3, I think he was tired of her fucking up. Yeah, I think that's the biggest point. He was like, "You have fucked everything up."
The crew is really incompetent in this episode. Like, they really make a point of showing how Yutani will hire fucking anyone because they don't care. You're just me. Like, especially with that one engineer who, like, that guy should not even be on a spaceship. He needs to.
Oh, he should be
playing with blocks.
I don't know what an apprentice is.
That's me. I'm in space.
Okay, so real quick, Zaverny is the co-captain or whatever.
Yes.
She looks. Her name is Rika Morjani, And all I can think of is Eva Mendez.
Yeah,
Like,
Ava,
go look
yeah.
at a photo of Eva Mendez
Yes.
right now,
Yes.
and it's right there in the face. It's like, God damn.
I had to double. There was a couple people that I looked at and went, are you that actor? Are you that actress? No, I guess not.
Yeah, she's foxy. I was envying the guy who got face fucked by a parasite in this episode.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So, one of the things, like, starting off this episode, and I think it really shines through this entire episode, I love the writing of this episode. Because it feels, especially in the beginning, I think it does feel kind of a lot like the original Alien, where, like, you can feel how well these people know each other. My favorite thing when the kid is looking at, like the captain with his head acidified and the other dude with his, he's got a giant thing on his face. The kid's like, I'm gonna be sick, and Morrow's like, quiet. It's like, what a dad thing to say. That was the absolute best. And the writing, the engineers saying we were a spaceship, now we're a missile, and we were a missile, now we're an arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just keeps getting worse and worse as you go along, and I never suspected Morrow as being the guy who orchestrated everything. It just didn't feel that way. But you do get a bit more of his character as he tries to piece everything together in a very security officer fashion while trying to follow protocol, but also going, we have to maintain fucking order. Why is this shit happening? What is wrong with you people?
I knew it wasn't going to be sociopath who was wanking it to his cryogenically frozen crewmates, because I'm like, this guy he's too much of an obvious psychopath. There's no way. You might as well have named him Red Herring, like in a pup named Scooby-Doo. Just
his name is Red Herring. No, yeah, I was kind of wondering, because it's like, I know he's not the saboteur, but I was wondering if there wasn't something else going on, if maybe he wasn't kind of assisting in some way. Because when you think about it, like, he is the full robot, but granted, he probably is a Weyland-Yutani robot if he's on a Weyland-Yutani ship. So I was sort of wondering, are we about to get this, like, political play of, the robot being part of someone else, the human working with Prodigy, and then the cyborg? And we still don't actually know how much of Morrow is human. But I think probably the only real flaw, I don't understand why the xenomorph killed the robot first.
Is he truly a robot? Because he was seen smoking.
Well, he smokes
a
couple
robot can
of
have
times.
a cigarette as a treat.
Yeah, come
But
on.
do they, though?
But if it's something to make them seem kind of human, I don't know that I don't think they've done that, except for maybe, well, no, like Bishop, starting in Aliens, they try to make them slightly more human, because Ash was very rigid, and the ones that followed became more and more human. But
yeah.
I think, like, he was making the weird robotic noises when he was being interviewed, and I swear they said something about him being like, they kept calling him a robot. I don't think they said clanker, but you can feel it in the air.
Well, that's a word only certain people can use there, Corey.
It might have been metaphorical. Maybe it was one of them. They're metaphorical robots.
I first thought he might have been a synthetic in the first episode, and he definitely acts like one. But I don't know if he was one. Still, I'm gonna have to look into this.
I gotta file a
interesting.
complaint with this episode. One big complaint? Why did they show his death? You gotta show the worst guy's death. Like, you can't. The guy who's the biggest piece of shit has to die the worst. That's horror movie rules.
I mean, I feel like technically, like, he's the weirdest guy, but I think the biggest piece of shit is the guy who sabotaged everything.
All right,
And
so
he was close.
Oh, go ahead.
So, according to what I can quickly find, just with a real quick search, Tang is not a robot. He is portrayed by, according to the series creator, Noah Hawley, his character is portrayed as creepy dude.
Oh,
So,
well,
he has the odd behavior
fucking nailed it.
of staring at women in cryosleep, and just his actions has made a lot of us speculate that he might have been a synthetic. So Noah hasn't fully said that he is a synthetic, but they just kind of poise it as he's a creepy fucking guy.
Is there a clanker, don't ask, don't tell policy?
There might be.
Don't clank, don't tell. Okay, but I do want to get on the deaths because that is like the best part of the episode. People losing their lives.
Yeah,
but
the ticks, they jumped up. I said they were lame last
yeah.
episode, but oh my god, some nightmarish shit.
They're pretty
I was
smart.
gonna say, yeah. Before we get to the deaths, Mike, you had touched earlier on how stupid everyone on the ship was.
Yes.
Because I did have a note.
There's
all
a
I said
couple.
was the science chick is weird.
Yeah.
But the kid who almost vomited in the beginning of the episode, he's just a kid who's trying to be responsible. So his idiocy is with youth.
I think it's a little more than
the
The little security boy.
Yeah. Not to be confused with the engineer.
Not to be, the kid that everyone calls kid.
But yeah, the characters were weird. The science chick seemed kind of overly nervous for, at that point, nothing really. They didn't know about the saboteur. She just kind of seemed like an idiot, and maybe she's been an idiot this whole time. We don't really know how long they've been coming back. I mean, if it's a 65-year trip, one would think 32 and a half years, they're 6 weeks away or something from getting back to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that I thought was kind of weird, is how seemingly incompetent she was. Like, she had the lid kind of closed, but not fully closed on the ticks. She didn't fully secure the eyeball.
Well, she was distracted when that happened. She was in the process of, I guess, securing it, and then the latch popped open, and then the guy came in, the other doctor came in and was like, hey, dead people, come with me.
Yeah.
And so she got distracted, but also is pretty bad at her job. Also, just real quick, so all this happens over a 6-week period? That doesn't track.
Is one of my... I would honestly say that's my biggest issue with this episode, is they gave us, to the second, how long these people had left. And it's like, this all happened in like a day. Unless Morrow, unless that's like a cryo sleep that he's in, and that he just sleeps there for 6 weeks. Like, if all that happens in 24 hours...
Maybe.
Because that could give the xenomorph more time to, like, familiarize itself with the ship, and then go kill everyone else.
Yeah, that would explain why the other people died and how the eggs got moved around, and why the other creatures got out and got around, and, like, the little eyeball got into the cat, and other things, because the saboteur, was doing some stuff. But we found the omelet, as it was called, I think, in episode 2 or 3 was where they found like the 6 xenomorph eggs all in a nice little circle, and they weren't there. They were in their containers, so something happened and they were taken out of their containers, but they survived the crash outside of their containers.
And so, speaking of the Morrow thing, I should have put this note a little higher. We do learn that his daughter died at 19 in a house fire.
Yep. And why one of the things that he's still struggling with, and I'm sure he's feeling guilty about it. He's like, look, I'm going to go up there and I'll see you in like 65 years, and now no, you won't.
Yeah, so everyone's an idiot, especially I think the co-captain Zaverny, she does a really good job of being
Exactly.
An idiot.
unlikable. Yeah,
Yeah.
because she wants to be the captain. That was a thing in Aliens, right? Was that Aliens, or am I thinking of another sci-fi movie where there's
So in Aliens,
There's the
Gorman,
bitchy little lieutenant.
Gorman was in charge, and he had done like 2 drops simulated before like going down to the planet. So this was his first command, and he was fucking it all up along the way. In Aliens, or in Alien, the first one, Ripley was the only one that was making sense and trying to do things by protocol of, no, don't let them back in. They're infected. Keep them out. No, don't.
Ripley was
just,
closer to the Morrow.
Yeah, don't let them just come over here and eat food. He had a parasite on him.
Yeah.
But we did learn that even if you put them in cryosleep, that does not fully stop the gestation of a xenomorph once it's inside of you.
I'm sure there's some novels or something that now then their story is now completely fucked because of that. I'm pretty sure there has to be.
In the extended lore, probably. I mean, this series already did course correct. I think we touched on it last episode. Alien Covenant and David and how he had created aliens. And something clicked with me after we recorded was this series rewrites the people that had the issue with David creating the aliens and that whole design, because this ship has been out in space for 65 years, meaning that at some point prior to David playing with the goo in creating his version of the xenomorphs, this ship encountered xenomorphs' eggs someplace else. So David did create a version of the xenomorph, but they course corrected and made it so, that's not 100% where it came from. So I'm sure there's some novels, just like in Star Trek and Star Wars, that got kind of destroyed by this series. But again, this is soft canon. It's its own thing based upon Alien and Aliens.
Yeah, well, I don't know if there's anything I care about the lore less than fucking David. Like, I do not give a shit.
Oh, man. So, the other thing before all the creatures and murders, settings. Fucking great. Whole episode. The whole ship is dope. I liked a lot more of the lighting. It still was kind of brighter at the end, but the beginning, a lot of harsh lighting, a lot of bad lighting, and it felt much more like Alien or even Aliens. It didn't feel quite like the other ones. Granted, it is on a ship as opposed to being on an island or something. But settings were dope.
Why are these ships so fucking big? Why are they so big? Like, for so little
I don't think
crew.
we ever. I wonder, because like the Nostromo was a mining ship, right?
Yeah, it was hauling back a shit ton of ore.
Yeah.
So that I guess it's more of like the Nostromo was a tug that was pulling all the mineral and shit.
It needed to be huge to hold Morrow's big balls.
His big cybernetic testicles.
So I unless maybe this is a ship that it was being used to haul biological things, but like maybe it can do more than that. But in the settings, with cassette futurism, I kind of like sometimes the efficient inefficiency or inefficient efficiency, because Morrow's screen setup is pretty fucking dope, but it's also absolutely fucking useless to have all the screens side by side, and he just has to
And
do
he's
like
got a little rotating chair.
You know what's driving me crazy?
This chair is super useful. He can operate everything with like a 10 or 12 digit keypad.
You know what's driving me crazy is in the mother capsule, all those fucking buttons on the walls. I'm like, there is no way they need all those fucking buttons.
Those are just lights.
Way.
Those are just diodes
They were
in the
buttons.
mother's brain.
They just let you know what's going on. They're
I'm
speaking
thinking,
in binary.
Hello. Hi. Is your crew dead? Great. Hope you die too.
Like, if I was doing maintenance in there and they, like I called the IT desk and they told me to search for a specific button, I'd just kill myself.
Thank you for making your
once
job
they say,
easier.
like, yeah, it's in this sector and that quadrant, you're like, you know what, I quit.
You know what? The ship is just gonna blow up.
Is it left or right? Let's give me that. Yeah, no, the settings I think were very good. We got to see things a lot more up close and personal instead of just so quickly run by. But critters, the ticks, as you mentioned, the ticks are pretty fucking crazy. My my note there, I have the note, the science chick is weird, and then my very next note is, oh shit, they're smart.
Yep. Yeah, we knew that the eyeball was smart. Whatever the hell.
No,
the
ticks.
again. But the ticks
Yeah.
were like, oh, they figured out how to open the jar, and the eyeball you see is like it's starting to figure stuff out because it uses them as a distraction to then distract the scientist from the ticks, knowing that, oh, good, I can get her distracted so they can do shit and maybe kill her, and then I can get out.
Listen,
Yeah.
Morrow was the star of this episode, but the eyeball was like co-star. He was like,
easily.
Yeah.
the
Second
eyeball's
best.
becoming like my favorite character in the
It
show.
is.
Oh, yeah.
It is a creepy little creature that we knew at
he's
some
so
point was going to
crafty.
get inside a human, and then decides to fight a xenomorph.
Yeah, what a
Yeah.
badass!
And
Yeah, seriously.
why
fucking
his
Chad.
He's-
face did not melt off? It should have been when he bites into that xenomorph later. It's
Like,
like
maybe he
should
didn't
have.
go deep enough to, like, draw blood.
They do have hard skin.
They do, and they can shrug off bullets. Corey and I
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we've had to
It-
kill a couple.
He has the fucking eyeball. He has short king energy. He's the Bam Margera of aliens. He's just this little
Oh
punk
my
ass,
God.
this tiny little punk ass just starts all this shit.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so the eyeball, like, the ticks are, man, like, rounding out the ticks.
They reproduce
They-
by peeing in water.
Yeah. They
Pooping out baby
drop
ticks.
seed in water, and we kind of knew where that was going to go.
Oh, yeah.
The whole thing where they remove one. And, okay, so here's, like, a mirrored effect. You have the exact same two scientists in the room trying to save someone, and it did not work the first time, so they were like, you know what? We're going to do the exact same thing
Just
one
tug
more
on it.
time. Yeah, it
But-
worked so well last time.
But this is a different species, so this one may not have acidic blood. Oh, good, it doesn't have acidic blood. It's just killing me with
Yeah, it's got
the
nerve
inside.
gas farts.
neurotoxin.
Yeah, it does.
Oh no.
And, oh, man, the co-captain really should have just been like, throw him out in space.
No.
Because it's funny, the main engineer was so ready to throw out or incinerate the guy that they put in cryo sleep, but when it came to his own assistant, he wanted him alive. And it's like, dude, it's the same thing. Like, once they found out there was shit in him, they should have been like, nope, close it up, throw him in the incinerator, we're done. But yeah, they were smart. They got out and they went right back to home. They went straight back to the critter room.
Yep, where they started feeding on the little deputy
Yeah.
there.
He's let's see, he's the only character. Well, him and I guess the maintenance guy are the only ones that I really feel bad about. We don't know the other people. They could all be dicks. But
Probably.
I feel bad about the young kid because, man, he got shot in the arm and then accidentally shot in the leg. And then how about that friggin' headshot? It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, by that point, so when Morrow figures out that there's a saboteur and we got a loose xenomorph, it's like, all right, we'll have some weapons. but you're all using like tasers. So we gotta tase these little things to make sure that we get them home, because that's the mission. And then during his investigation, he begins to question the different crew members that have been awake and are awake, and he's slowly going, all right, you're not guilty, and then he finally gets to Tang, and Tang in his creepy ways is just like, oh, you're almost there, you've almost figured it out. There's people that might be in cryosleep, but they're not actually asleep. And then so then Morrow's going, well, fuck me, okay, I guess I gotta go see who could be there. And then he checks I think he checks the computer logs that he was reconstituting or fixing.
Yeah, he was recovering those because he'd started that a while ago. Like when he was reviewing the footage of what happened with the captain and the other dude.
Yep.
It was already started, and it took that long to reach 100% to recover all of the lost logs.
Yep.
So
we started going through the logs, and here's a question. I guess it depends on how far you are from Earth, but so this is saying that we have instantaneous long-distance transmission, whereas in the past Alien and Alien movies, through like Mother or Father or whatever the computer system is, they can cover the distance to Earth and back again, but it takes a long time. So however far away they are at 6 weeks, the chief engineer was able to have a direct conversation with Boy Cavalier about what they had on board, and Boy Cavalier was like, yes, do this, with no lag. And
maybe
so that
Boy Cavalier was just so smart he predicted his part of the conversation ahead of time, like years ahead of time.
Maybe.
They've got the Ansible from Left Hand of Darkness, from Ursula K. Le Guin, that is mentioned in Ender's Game.
That's gonna hit.
Oh yeah, someone's gonna know about the Ansible.
There's at least 2 people.
Yep.
Also, when you're dealing with like shitty corporations, a lot can just be written off as they gave them crappy equipment before. They had one really good phone.
Yeah,
and
one good
all the
phone.
other ships are like, fuck it. They're like, just give them a landline. Who gives a shit?
This ship has 10G. That's a lot of G.
It's a lot of G. Yeah, so Eyeball, super fucking weird. Mike, last episode, you said you really wanted to see it take over a human, and it did.
We still haven't actually seen it on screen, though. They're saving that death for something good. Someone who really deserves it, like Kid Cavalier, is gonna get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw it already in The Engineer. Yeah, we didn't see it happen.
So in The Engineer, the weird thing being that it knows how to call, it can communicate. And when we were talking about fighting, we can't skip over the fact that it seems like the Eyeball and the Xeno might have beef with each other. Unless the Xeno is just perceiving him. Like, maybe the Xeno doesn't have beef with the Eyeball, but the Eyeball really has beef with the Xeno. Like, it just wanted to fight him. Which was crazy.
Makes you wonder, can this Eyeball, is it durable enough that it could burrow into a xenomorph skull, survive the acid, and then control the xenomorph? I don't know if that's making it more dangerous, because the Eyeball is very smart, and I don't know how smart. I mean, the drones learn over time, but I don't know. I guess would be worse.
All I know is, like, when it fell out of that dude's skull and just instantly jumped and latched onto the xenomorph's face, I was like, I'm on the Eyeball's side now.
Yeah, honestly.
The Eyeball's the fucking best.
I'm surprised it did not. It's got to be durable, because the xenomorph didn't end up squishing it in any way, shape, or form. But also, what's her face? Zavuri. Mike's Hottie McHottie Captain Pants, or whatever you called it.
Captain Hottie Pants.
Yeah, there you go, Captain Hottie Pants. So, as she's running down to Mother to try and get into the room with Morrow, she opens at least one, if not 2 sets of doors.
I think
and then
she
just
opened
doesn't
2.
close them.
Yeah.
She just runs through. She's like, "Dad's coming. It's distracted, but I'm just going to leave these doors open." Again, she's horrible at her job.
Well, doesn't she close one, but just the xenomorph opens it right away? And then
That
she
was
starts
earlier
torching
when
the
it-
other one.
Yeah, that was
That
earlier.
was earlier, before she even dropped down a level, because she shut it. It caught it with its tail and then lifted it up. And like, crazy to think how strong just the Xeno tail is. But I guess they always lift up human bodies after killing them. But like, that's impressive that it could just do that with its tail. I'm sure it ended
He's
up
doing
grabbing it with
Kegels.
its hand. Yeah. You know, I've heard it's great. Got to practice those.
Ziegels.
Ziegels. But yeah, the Xeno is cool in this. We get to see it run. There's one scene that I was kind of wondering if it was CG or just kind of cleaned up. But
It
most of it
definitely transformed into a CG xenomorph at one point.
There was a couple.
Okay.
There's a few times when it was running down the hallway, and then also it felt very CG when she was hiding around a corner, and it peeks out and is drooling.
Listen, I'm just happy after all the other like fucking alien movies we got in the franchise. I'm just happy we have a suit at all. Honestly,
Yeah. I do want to say I've seen better suits, but this is a good. I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, the fact that the lips are a practical effect is really dope. I've seen behind the scenes with them, they're like retracting and putting the lips. Ugh, they're so disgusting.
It's not the Geiger Alien 3 lips.
Still kissable
Oh,
though.
go give me a little kiss. Oh, I'm perched and ready to go.
Oh my god.
I can't even
Also-
remember if we talked about that or if that was after episode banter.
Oh yeah, I don't remember either.
I don't know. We might be just outing ourselves. Oh no.
Also, they still haven't shown the plant do anything. They're still keeping us in
No.
suspense
No,
about what this fucking
'cause
plant
the-
does.
But
Yeah.
but it did
The-
but it did relocate. You know, the plant
Well,
got
it
relocated.
did also like reach out, because we've seen it now do something. Because when Morrow was smoking his cigar, we saw like that little tendril kind of come out and had like 6, looked like a.
And we did
Yeah.
see that in the second episode with one of the synthetics, but it didn't do anything because
Yeah.
it was right there, and I'm sure it was like there's something here, but you're not a life form.
Yeah.
And we still don't know
And
what
Morrow is
what
alive enough.
Yeah, so it was, much like the eggs respond to Morrow. But the alien didn't kill him in like episode 2.
I want to see
'cause
one
he
of the
calmed
plants
himself
smoke a
down.
big stogie.
It just grabs it out of their mouth.
Yeah, just starts chomping
Smokes
on
it.
it. I love the core.
Oh my god. Yeah, we still have a lot that we need to see. There's still the bugs that we haven't seen yet. I can't really tell.
There's
It's almost
the-
like they're giant crickets or something.
Yeah, there's the 5th species that we've only seen in the container, which they do have at the Neverland Island. And so they're all there, and we don't know what they do. We don't know what the plant does, and I don't know if the plant or whatever it was that we saw in the first episode that dragged itself along the skylight behind Hermit when he was in the medical bay, that it looked like a tendril, not necessarily from a xenomorph. So I don't know if that was if it was one of the long tendrils from the plant, or if it had something to do with those angry little crickets that you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to say, it's really the most impressive thing about the writing of this episode is that it so mirrors the structure of Alien, and I stopped thinking about the xenomorph like halfway through the episode. like the xenomorph actually leaves your brain for a while until it
It's
shows
not
up.
a major, it's not a major part of the episode, and I think
Yeah,
that's why this episode works is because it's a callback. It has enough of the original IP, but it's not a. All right, we have a big dangerous thing on the loose. It's killing people. We have a lot of other things that we got to figure out, including a saboteur and a whodunit.
Yeah,
So,
plus you don't know what the other aliens do. You're like, what
Exactly.
gross shit is going to happen? I don't know what these things are capable of.
we know what the ticks do, but what does a baby tick do? I can probably figured it out, but they're going to show me.
Yeah.
I did not know that the baby ticks fart, cyanide, but that is a new thing.
You learned today.
We still don't know what the xenomorph farts. Never seen it.
Xenofarts.
Mike, maybe you can direct one of these episodes. In space, no one can hear you grumble.
Just a xenomorph farting on a birthday cake.
I'm so glad I don't have that sound effect.
Do you want it?
No, I don't need that.
Mike has it
on his phone. That's his
my
text
ringtone.
Yeah,
that's what he goes to sleep to at night. The ASMR Xeno cakes.
For some of the other alien references, I really like the shot of the engineer assistant with the spotlight on him, like against the wall. That's straight out of the first Alien film. And then, we don't really see what it is that he's doing, so when you start seeing the shadow come down, it's it made me think...
That was good.
Well, this is clearly a one-to-one, but there's something wrong with that. And then the screen just, calmly backs out, and it's just a chain.
Yeah.
I love that the ship still has weird chains hanging from the ceiling for no reason.
It's so wet!
And exactly, water wet, dropping everywhere. I mean, usually I don't complain, but my goodness, it is swampy.
Spaceship's so moist.
Oh my God!
That
just fix the roof. Come on.
That would be a rust problem. I mean, right?
No.
Everything you got, tetanus shots galore. Holy shit!
I know. Imagine you get stationed in the wet part of the space station.
I don't want to go down to Swampville.
Just go to work in your swim trunks.
Why not?
Flippers and your snorkel.
Yeah, wet shoes or flippers.
You put sunscreen on your nose for no reason, just because.
So that was a really good direct callback to Alien, and I feel like it's very intentional that the saboteur gets stabbed in the back and lifted off the ground, because that's how... Well, no, the dude in Alien who was in the chain area, he got stabbed in the face. But it is a very common thing for the Xeno to, stab something from behind and lift it up.
Yes. Yeah, that's how Bishop dies in Aliens.
Okay, so it's Bishop who I'm thinking of.
Bishop is the main one that you think of at the end of Aliens. But that does happen here and there. I mean, you do that in video games. And
the only chill robot Weyland-Yutani ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that I love that kill because it's another kind of ode to a previous movie, and it's very tasteful. It's not a direct one-to-one, and I think that's what this has done such a great job of. Is it truly is an ode to Alien, but it is so different, and there's so many. I love the horror of it. Of everything just starts fucking up. In Alien, they're like, okay, well, one thing is bad, and that one thing happens to be killing everyone. In this one, it's like, holy shit, no one has made a good decision in, the 3 hours since Morrow woke up.
Mm-hmm. And it makes you ask,
even before he woke up.
And it makes you ask, who's the real monster? And it turns out it's the guy who kills the sexy Latina. That is the true monster, not the not the xenomorph.
Well, we'll find out at episode 8, because that's called The Real Monsters.
Well, I guess the xenomorph does ultimately kill the sexy Latina, but...
Well, yes, but, I mean, Morrow played a part, right? Because, he refused to open the
xenomorph can't control himself.
No, he's just acting on instinct.
God.
She just can't control herself. That's just what she is. All she knows is to...
Mike, are you saying that it's because of how the acting captain is dressed?
I did not say that. And actually,
Mike?
the camera doesn't really show what happened. She could have torn herself apart. We don't know.
So she, in her own defense, the xenomorph may have just been trying to pick her up and help her up, and then she just could have had an issue or two.
It was trying to fly her around like she was an airplane. It was just being playful.
Because then it just slowly backed up, and it tried to get Morrow's attention. It's like, hey.
And it's alien language.
I mean, it was kind of like
a...
a trailer park xenomorph. It like punches her to the ground, and it's like, "Oh, babe, you fell. Let me help you up."
It was trying to say in its alien language, put your arms out and I'll make the engine noises. You can be an airplane.
You know what airplanes sound like, right? You've been out here for 65 years. You know about airplanes.
We still don't know what the stakes at, like a 1/16 or 1/4 stake. Is that like profits from that particular mission?
Really thin piece of meat.
Also, it does make sense that they paid them in shares, because I was thinking, I'm like,
or shared at stake.
I was like, what if like 70 years from now, the amount of pay you were promised is just piddly because the economy like crashed or something? That would really suck.
Yeah, you get 100 Wayland bucks.
Yeah, when you get back, they can buy you like a loaf of bread.
Well, that kind of tracks with just how, the world is run by this point by 5 companies, where we know there was a war of some capacity, but everybody is like owned almost by a company. We saw it in Alien Romulus with the main characters trying to escape the moon that they were on, and then I think we forgot to talk about it that last episode, Hermit, who was trying to get out of his contract, got re-upped for his contract because he's now got a prodigy lung in his body that he never agreed to have. But they're like, well, you're now got our company product in you, so now we own you. You are now technically our product. You can never leave.
So beware the horrors of all-consuming corporations by watching Alien Earth on Disney Plus.
Plus and Hulu.
And under your kid's profile. Declan did run out right when I was starting. He's like, what are you watching? Nothing. What does that say?
Nothing.
Alien? Yeah, Alien Earth. What? Is it about aliens on Earth? Yeah. Can I what? No.
Yeah.
No.
Not the good kind.
No, you cannot. Oh, can I watch Jaws later? No, you cannot.
Oh my God. He's going to try to imitate Bruce.
My niece, by the way, has been microdosing Jaws because she's way too young to watch it, but she'll get on YouTube and watch like individual scary scenes and then throw the phone.
That sounds. My niece is microdosing Jaws. What? What does that mean?
I mean, that's how he used to watch anime.
Back when I was terrified of horror movies, I used to type in the horror movie and like worst kill, and then like watch it through my closed like fingers. I'm like, if I can get through this, I can watch the movie.
Mike watching it like the alien looking for the chick around the corner. Just like peeking a little bit.
Oh, peekaboo.
Just peek a little bit. So next episode is the one that's called The Fly.
Yeah. It's got to be that 5th thing. I think that's going to be the 5th alien.
Yeah, because we don't see the eyeball get into the cat, but I guess that's, you can put 2 and 2 together.
We don't even see the cat. Unless I'm
see it.
forgetting.
We did, yeah. It's Morrow's cat.
How of all of us am I the one who missed the cat in the episode?
It was like off
you're
screen,
a horrible,
kind of
horrible
to the
person.
left. Yeah, it's because you hate cats.
Yeah,
your subconscious does.
The horrible
But he
truth.
mentions earlier in the beginning, he said something about like, I don't give a fuck about the cat. And then when he's looking through the letters from his daughter, they have a shot outside of the room, and the cat is kind of on a ledge out of his room. But it's only about half of the cat. It's like cleaning itself or whatever cats do.
Yeah, it's a real quick shot. Yeah, I think this was just a filler episode that did a fantabulous job of filling it in while not rehashing, but revisiting and giving it a nice, spicy variety feel to it. So we're not just retreading what we've already seen in multiple movies. And then we're going to get back to, I'm guessing, the part between Neverland, Prodigy, Yutani, because it ends back in present time with Morrow, who's worked his way to see Yutani, which is a different Yutani than who he originally talked with, who was
it's the granddaughter.
He had worked with her grandmother, and so it continued. The company, at least Yutani does, continues to be passed down generation to generation, and he tells her, "I promised your grandmother that I would, bring these specimens back to her, and that, she saw. I don't know why she saw such,
potential
confidence
in
me, potential in me, with how I was like I forget what he used to describe his arm,
like sepsis arm.
Yeah, and hence why now he's cyborg. So they replaced at least his arm, and Yutani says, "Well, the lawyers have agreed to arbitration," and he says, "Yeah, no, that's not going to work. You got to do it my way."
If by lawyers you mean soldiers.
Yeah. You got to do it my way. So then she agrees to her, whoever assisted, hey, get him whatever he wants. And then we have, as we continue to end every episode with another, it's not, I guess it is classic rock now, but Smashing Pumpkins coming in to end this episode.
Yeah, we're old as shit. This is classic
I know.
rock. That was a nice little recontextualization with him, like, basically being an adopted son to the previous Yutani.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
which still makes him, I'm sure, expendable by current Yutani. I'm sure she's just like, you're useful for now, but this company has taught us nothing that everybody is expendable.
Yeah, it shows a little bit more why he's so loyal.
Mm-hmm.
It's less that he's just a mindless lapdog.
Yeah. I mean, he wouldn't be where he was without Yutani rescuing him and giving him purpose.
So next episode gonna be dope. We get a little bit more Morrow, I'm sure. We'll see how much he's at the forefront, because Wayland Yutani is probably still going to have lawyers. There's probably still going to be some type of a business deal, but I think next episode, I mean, at this point, kind of has to be the beginning of the end.
Yeah, I'm excited for the train xenomorph.
Does it do tricks?
I'm excited to see where they go with that.
Jump through a hoop. Okay. Now balance it on your nose. Balance it on your nose. Not yet. Not yet.
Are they going to have Chris Pratt standing between two xenomorphs trying to train him?
Oh, my God.
Hold his hand up.
It's going to be Boy Cavalier doing it.
I think there is going to be, he is going to continue to try to manipulate. Boy Cavalier will continue to try to manipulate the situation. He sees the potential of Wendy being able to now communicate. He hasn't seen that they're able to like directly communicate, and she can interact and not, and almost commanded of what to do. Also, I think we're going to find out that Wendy, I'm guessing Wendy, is the physical representation or recreation of whoever he lost. Because when Morrow was talking to Slightly, and Morrow was like digging through like archives on a video screen, he was looking up information on Boy Cavalier, and the paragraph was cut off, but it stated how he lost someone in his family, like right before he got all his money or right after. And I'm wondering if like Wendy is the physical representation of like his mom or his sister or something like that. Because I know some people are thinking, oh, maybe maybe Boy Cavalier is in a synthetic body. But the egg reacted to him. So I'm going to say no, he's not a synthetic, because the egg wanted to open up and face hug him. But
that's a good theory, though. I was almost convinced of it in those last 3 seconds before you disproved it.
Yeah, sorry. But I think there's a lot more to Wendy and why she is so special to him, even before knowing what she has the capability to do.
Would you say that she's more than meets the eye?
She is a robot in disguise.
Get in, Timmy, as she morphs into a cyber truck.
Well, I mean, they already have the other girl who's basically her Starscream.
I hate Wendy.
She's always the favorite. Yeah.
Pretty good Starscream.
I want to lead the prodigy bots. I can speak xenomorph. Clickety clack clack clickety clack.
Clickety clack clack.
Oh God, it's still eating my face.
Oh man. Prodigy bots, emotional imbalance and roll out.
That's me every day before I go to work.
Emotional imbalance and roll out. Okay. So this was great. I absolutely love this episode. I do I got to
Highlight of
rewatch
the
the
series
entire
so far.
series, but it felt like an hour-long movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when I do a rewatch of the Alien franchise, I might just throw this episode on
It would fit
if
nicely.
I don't watch the show. Yeah, because I think this is the best as far as the previous stuff. You know, obviously I've liked everything else that they've done with Alien Earth. I'm not knocking it, but this one episode, it's real good. So, yeah, we're about an hour ourselves. Boys, where can we find your lovely content?
I don't know.
In space where no one can download it. You can, in all of your podcatchers, that's where you can find our episodes. And we had a couple Wild Realities, one with you, one with Leo.
Yeah.
A little bit different from our normal banter and shenanigans. And then we came back for a regular episode. And then Jared decided to quit again. So we're going to have somebody else come join us. But we're over at theneatcast.com. Delete.
Okay, so with me, you can find me on social media anywhere, Twinbee Podcast, website Twinbee Podcast. Real quick thing, for the month of September, I am participating in something called the Great Cycle Challenge and doing a fundraiser for children's cancer research. So I will post a link to that in the doobly-doo. Check it out. It already posts my rides. I'm going to start posting videos. I had to record some today and yesterday, and we'll be recording more tomorrow, just to kind of keep people hyped throughout the month. But for the month of September, I'm trying to raise $500 by doing 200 miles, and I can absolutely exceed both of those numbers. So we'll see where this goes. If the 500 gets exceeded, then I'm definitely going to do more mileage, but I don't know balance yet. So yeah, look in the doobly-doo for the link to my cycle challenge.
Well, you're a true hero, Corey.
Make
Some
him
of us
circle
have
the
to
earth.
We could do that.
Around the
Find a
world
way.
in 80 days. All right, so yeah, look at the Neatcast, and we will be back in a week, hopefully, maybe. As long as it airs and as long as there is internet and alien farts to be had, we will be
Hell
here
yeah.
sniffing them.
Fort! Aren't
Bye.
you guys glad you have me around?